peace and blessings. Welcome to the Fourth Angels Learning Center. We are on our final chapter of the book of Romans, and it's basically a, a bunch of salutes and greetings and, you know, terms of endearment, just talking to the saints in desire to fellowship with them one day. So let's take a look at this chapter, see if maybe we could learn how to basically greet one another. All right, we're in Romans chapter 16, and he begins by commending Sister Phoebe, which is a servant of the called out assembly, which is at it says Kenturea. So it's interesting, right? So you see our sister serving at the called out assembly. Um, Women can definitely serve. Women are called to serve. I think the only issues that many people have is in what capacity they're trying to serve in positions that they ought not to serve. You know, women can't serve as husbands, right? Men can't serve as wives, even though that's changing lately as well. Verse 2, it says that you receive her in the master as becoming saints, and that you assist her in whatever business she has need of you. For she have been a succorer of many and of myself, meaning that she's been staying with many, including with Paul. Greet Priscilla and Aquila, my helpers in Yahushua Messiah. These individuals, I believe this is a husband and wife, and they ministered to Apollos. Apollos was one of the main teachers, and he was filled with the Ruach spirit, and he was teaching. And they heard him speaking with power, but they heard that he didn't understand certain things. So they invited him to the house and they expounded on things for him so he can go out and work, teach the word of Yah more accurately. And this is so definitely beautiful example and definitely needed, for the teachers and the leaders of Elohim to have people like this, helpers like this, to push forward the ministry by always keeping the ministers on their toes, making sure that they're accurate, saying the right thing, pointing out things for them so that way they can see it. Don't feel like you're not adequate enough to point out something that may seem wrong or may seem a little bit distorted. You know, that a person may say, okay, maybe I shouldn't say it that way. Maybe I should say it this way so it could be better understood or easier to understand. So, verse 4 says, Priscilla and Aquila, my helpers in Yahushua Messiah, who have for my life laid down their own necks, to whom not only I give thanks, but also all the called out assemblies of the nations. Likewise, greet the called out assemblies that is in your house, that is in their house. I'm sorry. Salute my well beloved Epaphras, who is the first fruits of Achaia unto Messiah. I mean, he's probably the first person to hear about Messiah and believe in that city. Greet Mary, who bestowed much labor on us. Salute Adronicus and Junia, my kinsmen and my fellow partners, fellow prisoners, or bondservants, who are of note among the apostles, who also were in Messiah before me. So I guess these are like the elders, well, those who are older than him in the faith that he looked up to, I would say. Greet Amplius, my beloved in Messiah. Salute Urbane, our helper in Messiah. Stachys, my beloved. Salute Apollos, approved in Messiah. Salute them which are Aristobulus household. So if you notice, these are all a lot of very heavy Greek type names. Salute Herodion, my kinsman. Greet them that be of the household of Narcissus, Narcissus, which are in the master. Salute Tripena and Tryphosa, who labor in the master, and salute the beloved Persis, which labored much in the master. Salute Rufus, chosen in the master, and his mother and mine. Okay. Now, a lot of times, I don't want people to be jump to conclusions because Paul refers to a lot of people as his kinsmen and his sons and his mothers, and he's very respectful in regards to his relationship with many of the believers. So, which we all should have that type of endearment towards those who believe and those who believe and walk beside us as well. Salute Asyncritus, Felgon, Hermas, Patrobus, Hermes, and the brethren which are with them. Yes, Hermes is a false deity, but that's what they named their children. Um, After they didn't change their names when they started to believe. Salute Philigus, Julia, Nereus, and his sister, and Olympus, and all the saints which are with them, and salute one another with the holy kiss, and the called out ones of the Messiah salute you. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions. Now, this is something that's extremely lacking amongst those who believe, and it's lacking or people are overzealous to kick someone out, right? So these are people doing it too early, or people are just never doing this, you know. So he says, I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause division, meaning like watch them, pay attention to them. Don't lose sight of people who are causing divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which you have learned, and avoid them. Like avoid allowing them to enter in and confuse everyone. I don't believe he's saying, shut them out, but he's talking about correcting them. If they don't want to be corrected, then they need to be set, moved away from the people of Yah. It says here, for they that are such serve not our master Yahushua Messiah, but their own belly. And by good words and beautiful speeches, they deceive the hearts of the simple. This is very important because many times that's what people look for to determine if somebody is actually a truthful individual or a true believer, is how nice their words are, or how beautiful the way that they speak is. I've heard people listen to some false guys and they'd be like, man, this was a blessing today. And I was just like, this guy was wrong. He said everything wrong. Oh, the law is done away with, but Yah loves us so much that the law was inside. You can make up whatever you want to make up, but these people are so caught up in the presentation of it, I would say, that they get deceived. So we who are awake to truth, it's the only way you can be awake is to truth, and the truth of righteousness. So when we are the who are awake to truth are supposed to just analyze everybody that we come across, or analyze, making sure that people are safe from these type of individuals. It says here, for your obedience has come abroad unto all men, and I am glad therefore on your behalf. But yet I would have you wise unto that which is good, and simple concerning evil. So he's telling you, like, you guys are doing a good job, but I want you to be aware of the things that's around you, so that way you're not basically partaking in the deceptions and the evil that's going on. Elohim of peace shall bruise Satan under your feet shortly. This statement here is dear to my heart. This is it reminds me of Genesis chapter 3, verse 15, I believe, where it talks about the seed that's going to be born of the woman to crush the head of the serpent, but his heel is going to be bruised. And it's interesting how it says, Elohim of peace shall bruise the Satan under your feet shortly. And one of the major things it says, it says, blessed are the feet of those who bring glad tidings, which is the good news. So it says here, the grace of our master Yahushua Messiah will be with you. Amen. Timothy, my fellow worker, Lucius, Jason, Sosipater, my kinsman, I salute you. See again, calling them as kinsmen, Timothy, Lucius. This Lucius is also like Luke, I believe is Luke. Jason, you'll hear about Jason in the book of Acts if you read it very carefully, you'll hear a lot of these names, not all of them, but a lot of these names. And look at what it says here in verse 22. I, Tertius, who wrote this epistle, salute you in the master. So you see, he's writing on behalf, he's writing by dictation, meaning that Paul is speaking to him and he's writing. And then at the end of it, he speaks himself, saluting him as well. Gaius, my host, Tertius, host, and of the whole set apart, called out assembly, salute you. Erastus, the chamberlain of the city, salute you. And Quartus, a brother, the grace of our Master Yahushua Messiah be with you all. And it says, now to him that is of power to establish you according to my gospel, meaning the gospel to the nations, and to the preaching of Yahushua Messiah according to the revelation of the mystery, which was kept secret since the world began, kept secret from the nations. The nations have received a lot of information, but the depths of it wasn't manifested or revealed to them. That's why you have the nations recognizing Yah in many aspects, but the revelation was given to certain people: Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Israel, and things like that, to give to the nations. So we see here, finally, the light is actually being given to the nations, or beginning to be given to the nations. It says here, but now is made manifest by, look what it says, by the scriptures of the prophets. Where's the mystery? Where's the revelation of the mystery located? The revelation of the mystery is located and now made manifest by the scriptures of the prophets, according to the commandment of the everlasting Elohim, made known unto all nations for the obedience of faith. This is definitely one of the most needed verses that he can claim even himself, especially at the end of this book. Now to him that is of power to establish you according to my gospel and the preaching of Yahushua Messiah, according to the revelation of the mystery which was kept secret since the beginning of the world began, now is made manifest. So where is this mystery located? In the scriptures and the commandments of Elohim. But now it's made known to all nations for the obedience of faith. To Elohim only wise be glory through Yahushua Messiah forever. Amen. So praise Yah. This book is in harmony, not only with the Torah, but filled with confirmations of the prophets. Not only confirmations using the prophets to confirm his understanding, but showing that the prophets' foresight is actually being manifested in Paul's day, in regards to his interaction with the nations, in regards to the participation of the nations in the good news and the accepting of the truth by the nations. This is all being fulfilled by Israel. Israel is revealing these things. Zion, the law is coming out of Zion. The New Testament is written by Israelites, and the fulfillment of the law coming forth out of Zion and the word coming forth out of Jerusalem is all over the book of Acts and all these letters. But we are reversing time in our mind. We're canceling out all these fulfillments, and we want these things to start fulfilling with us. And that is, you could say what it is in many different ways: self-centered, self-righteous, narcissistic. Everything is about us. Unfortunately, we're born in the worst time. We are born not in a time where the beginning of these fulfillments are going to happen, but the ending of these fulfillments, the restoration of these fulfillments. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's for us to now finish what has already been started. But if you don't think that it already started, that's going to cause a problem in what you're trying to finish. You won't be able to finish correctly because you're not utilizing the foundation that has been built before us. we're taking bricks off of the foundation and then we're creating our own structure. We can't do that. We can't do that. So this is going to be our a determined effort from Fourth Angels Learning Center to basically chop down all these false bricks on this foundation and lay or go back and show how the foundation needs to be relayed exactly the way the Torah, the prophets, and the apostles and the letters have been laid for us. All we got to do is continue from there. So let's build this up properly. Let's continue from there. Soon we're going to be going over the book of Galatians, which I believe is kind of the same information or revelation given to the Romans, but is now given to the Galatians. There are different things that he's dealing with, different questions and confusions that's going on in Galatia, and I think that that's going to help us understand his ministry even more, just as Romans did. So I pray that this has been a blessing to you, and I look forward to more studies. Look out for more podcasts coming out, and a more study. Look out for our Melchizedek study coming out soon. And shalom.